Oh, yeah, that's groovy. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. I am still Stopher Cavins, your host. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. All right, so I saw somebody, I wasn't going to wear a hat, and then I saw Patty Cake said hat or no hat, and I thought, let's do it. So I stole one of my husband's. And I'm representing Los Angeles, USC, baby. How is everybody doing? I'm excited. That's right, Patricia. It was your fault. I even it's weird because I even like shaved my head really quick and I was prepared, and then I just felt like I was kind of red, and then so anyway, here we are. Hello, everyone. Hi, TK. Okay, I'm going to put the star on that. So I've already started some of your questions. Thank you for getting here early and putting in questions. Be free. Hello, Deb D, Danielle, Patricia, of course. Thank you all for being here. Senorita Sandy is waiting. She's going to come on, and we'll do some readings there. All right. So a little bit of housekeeping. I did just release, finally, fall and winter schedule for some workshops and courses that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to put in right there in the comments. There's the link for it. I also have it in the description under this video, and it's also on my community tab. I've got it on Facebook. It's going to be on Instagram. You can just go to my website and also go into the education tab. So there's 2 workshops happening in November. They're each 3-hour workshops on Wednesday evenings. And then there's also 2 courses starting the first part of January that are going to be 4-week courses. One's a beginner course, and then the other is a more advanced or intermediate course. So that's what we got for now. For anybody that wants to kind of tap into their own, mediumship, one of the workshops is pretty good for anybody that's like a beginner or just kind of wants to dip their toes in. It's called Making the Connection. So it's going to be all about kind of, learning who your spirit guides are, working with that, sitting in the power, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, so check it out. Hi, Doris Scott. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Patricia, for mentioning the mediumship class. Dreaming big. I've got your question. All right. What else do I need to tell you guys? So for anybody that's new here or that's watching this on the replay, this is something I do every Thursday evening, 6 p.m. Pacific time, because I'm located here in LA. So that's 9 p.m. for folks on the East Coast. And yeah, so free readings. I invite people to come on the live stream for mediumship readings. I answer as many as I can in the comments here. Just my way of giving back. If anybody feels called to do one of the super stickers or super chats, donating money, all of that at some point is going to be rounded up and then given to some kind of charity. Because this is my way of just spirits called me to use this as giving back. So if I were to take that money and put it in my own account, it wouldn't really be that, right? So I am going to be giving that to a charity, and I will be showing receipts and letting everybody know when that happens. All right, what else? Of course, I do give private readings. My calendar is open for next week as well. So if you would like a private reading, one-on-one, Zoom or phone call, head over to stophercavins.com and do that. And I also have e-readings. So if you don't have time or it's a little bit of a more cost-effective option, you can submit 4 questions and then I will record the reading. It's usually 10 to 15 minutes long, sometimes longer, to answer your questions in depth. All right. Patricia says, hey, Stopher, can I get a vibe or may you moving soon? I don't understand that, Patricia. Are you asking or telling me? Oh, I think you're asking. Yeah, so I'll put a star on that. Maybe we can link up. All right. Lots of questions here. All right. So with that, Senorita, are you ready? Listas? Let's go.
Hi, Stopher.
Hi, good evening. I can see you. I can hear you. Let me
I'm a new subscriber. I came
Awesome.
across you when you were on Linda G's channel, and
Awesome.
I just started seeing your channel, and I'm very impressed with you. And thank you so much for doing this. I'm excited and nervous at the same time.
All right, that's good. Me too. So we're on the same page here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting, and all of you that are here watching. And that reminds me, if you are not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It is free. And if you have not hit the like button, please do that as well. All right, my dear. So is your name Sandy?
Yes, it's Sandy.
That makes a lot of sense. How can I help you tonight?
Yes, I was wondering if my mom has crossed over several years ago, and I was wondering if she has a message for me,
Yeah.
or my sister Elizabeth, who died in December of last year.
Okay. Yeah. Don't tell me too much. Let me see who comes through here. And of course, do I have your permission to connect with your loved ones in spirit?
Yes.
All right, my dear. Let me just see. Okay. Were you close? I feel like I've got somebody coming in from dad's side of the family, actually. Were you close to your father's side of the family?
No, I never really knew my biological father.
Okay. Okay. This could be a message, but oh, you got a little puppy.
Yeah, sorry,
They like to make themselves known during their lives.
Louis.
All right. I just have to acknowledge dad's side. So we'll see who's coming through. I've got plenty of evidence. We'll figure it out. But there's something there, so we might get to it. I just can't. Do you know who would have had the stomach? I feel like there was some things going on in the stomach, like a stomach cancer or some kind of issues that were pretty serious going on with the stomach that would have crossed this person over, is what they're showing me.
Yeah, that would be my mother. She had liver cancer.
Okay, makes a lot of sense because I feel like, yeah, there's some. I'm getting some physical sensations there. So,
Okay.
And I haven't had that all day. So they're making me aware that they dealt with that before. Was it? It was cancer. It was liver
Yes.
cancer. Okay.
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay. Do you understand the September connection with mom?
No.
You may not remember this. So what she's telling me is, did you leave the home really young?
Yeah, I actually live more with my grandmother.
Okay.
Since,
I feel like
yeah.
she's acknowledging September or this time of year, this like fall time of year, as like when you left the home or when there was an event that had you leaving the home. Do you understand that?
Yeah, well, I've always lived with my grandmother. Because she was not married when she had me.
Got it. There's something here, and I don't completely understand it, but it's September. It has to do with you, and I feel like it's an event. I don't know if it's with her and you or what it is, but it's almost like it's something that was a bit troublesome. I feel like there was a situation where you either left the home or there was some kind of event that happened And so she's just acknowledging some kind of like trouble between you and her. Okay.
Yeah.
So it might be something you have to think about, but the sensations are pretty, I'm feeling it pretty strongly here. But she's bringing me around September time of year. So it might be something that comes to you later. Do you also have her ring? Did you get her ring or grandmother's ring?
No, I don't have the ring.
Okay. She's talking about a ring under a pillow or something under a pillow that we, do you ever do that? Do you ever put something under your pillow? Like for, I don't know if this is like a ritual or what this is, but she's making me feel like something is under a pillow.
I've put a note under a pillow.
Was it for her?
No.
Okay. I just have to acknowledge whatever's under the pillow. It's almost like you're trying to create some connection between your dreams. I'm not sure what's going on here, but she is acknowledging that you've done something with putting things under a pillow. Okay.
Okay.
She's also showing me a lake. Do you know do you live around a lake?
No.
Okay. Did she live around a lake? I feel like there's something significant about a lake, and I feel like
No, we've never lived around a lake.
have you ever? Okay, because there's something important about a lake, and I feel like because she's showing me also a trip I took to Lake Tahoe. So I don't know if it's specifically Lake Tahoe, but it's almost like there's a memory or a picture that she's showing me that has to do with a lake, and I feel like it's important for you to remember this.
We have gone. We went to a lake as a family.
Okay, and is there a picture? Yeah. Because I feel like she's showing me.
Yes, we have pictures. Yes.
Okay, this is important for you to remember that moment.
Yes.
Okay. The reason I thought you lived there or lived around it because she just made it feel like it was so important. It's almost like we're capturing like a moment in time.
Right. Her sister, my aunt, owned a piece of property on a lake, and we went on a vacation, and it was a disaster. Yeah, we went camping.
It was a disaster. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are the best memories. Not in the moment though.
We got attacked from a red ant. Red ants got in.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she wants you to hold on to that memory as well. So that's important because I feel like as much as that sounds like it wasn't the best trip in the moment, these are wonderful memories that you have, and I feel like she's also shown me that might be far and few between memories that you have with her or that you've captured, through pictures and whatnot. She wants to acknowledge your health journey as well. Sending you a lot of strength and also reminding you that you have this strength. I feel like she's also kind of putting it on the family. Like, we're strong people. We've been through a lot. So she's acknowledging your health journey as well. And she's showing me like a cheerleader. So she's cheerleading you. Just know that she's on your side with this. And she's talking about you making the right decisions. So if there are some decisions that need to be made around this, she wants you to know that you're doing the right thing and you're going to just like trust your instincts on it. Are you aware of what she's talking about?
Yes, I'm diabetic, and it was out of control, and I brought myself back to be in control. So
yeah, and sometimes those are like around when it comes to diet and our health. So those are some of the hardest decisions. Speaking for myself. So she just wants to remind you you've got it in you, and she's just like really kind of promoting that you are doing this. So just know that you've got help. You've got help. You got somebody cheerleading you. So, she's also bringing up real quick a relationship with another male. Do you have a brother?
Yes.
Okay. Is there she's putting something in between you. Is there either distance or some kind of barrier between you? So when I say barrier, this would be like we're not on the same page. Perhaps there is some kind of misunderstandings. Hey, Kevin Lewis.
Yes, it's one of my brothers. Yes.
Okay. She wants to acknowledge that relationship, and she's also putting a lot of love. But with that, she's also saying, stand up for yourself.
Okay.
You know, it's like, yeah, we want to have a good relationship with brother, but at the same time, we got to, have healthy boundaries and do what be true, be authentic is kind of
Right.
what she's giving me. So, but she does understand that there's something going on because she's bringing me to that relation. Is this a younger brother?
Yes, he's like he's like the middle brother.
Does he have his own business or do his own thing?
My older brother does.
Okay. She wants to acknowledge that as well. I feel like there's some, I don't want to say it's going poorly, but what she's showing me is like kind of like ebbs and flows with that. So I feel like he's kind of in the middle of kind of either righting that ship or kind of he's in the throes of that is what she's giving me. So
Yeah.
she's putting a lot of energy towards him and his business is what she's giving me. All right. Any specific questions, or was there a message you were hoping to hear?
Yeah, I never knew my biological father, but recently I did a DNA and a DNA through 23andMe or something like that, and I connected with a first cousin from my biological father's side. But my biological father passed away the same year that she did, and I was just wondering if she's aware of that.
Yeah, well, when I first started this, there was a mention of your dad, and not just your dad in particular, your dad's side of the family. So it makes a lot of sense to me that you're saying like you're just either discovering them or you never knew them, and I think more is going to come to light there. And I know, okay, so a cousin came up, and are you aware of any? Because I almost feel like he had two other children. Do you know this?
Yes, he actually he has two from his original wife, a boy and a girl, and then she died. I came along because he had an affair with my mom, and then he got remarried to another lady and had a son through her, and that's it. But I haven't met my siblings from his side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's two. Do you know if any of them are passed? I feel like there's two specifically that you're either going to have the chance to meet, or there's two that are still here in the physical because they're showing me.
Still, as I know it, they're still here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I almost feel like as the time goes on, I feel like at least one of them is going to show up on your. You know how you can kind of keep checking your online profile for your DNA.
Yes.
And then people will show up over time. I feel like what they're showing me is this is going to continue to kind of unfold itself. And I do believe you're going to have the opportunity to meet at least one sibling, if not, they keep showing me two. So,
yeah. Oh, okay.
So it might be the two from the previous marriage. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, so you're gonna, as time goes on, you're gonna have more family. You definitely have this energy of like, adding family, and how close you get with them is completely up to you. I don't know that information, but I do feel like it's gonna reveal itself to you.
Well, my mom had 7, and then I have these.
Oh wow!
It's a big family, and I would like to get to know them.
April. Do you celebrate something in April as well?
Yeah, April is my brother's birthday, my oldest brother's birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why she keeps bringing up the brothers, but yeah, I think she's really promoting your relationship with them.
Yeah.
With all of them. So she likes to see that everybody's kind of interacting and getting along. And she is putting a lot of energy around the one that you're not quite on great terms with. So I think it will get better.
Yeah. I just, a question. I'm just kind of, it's awesome that, because my mom only spoke Spanish. So, but I guess when they're on the other side, you can communicate. It doesn't matter what language they spoke, huh?
Yeah, so it doesn't come to me through, well, so I'm like the tool, right? So they're sending me frequencies, they're not sending me language. And then I'm kind of, it filters through. So if I was and I do speak some Spanish, but if I was a full Spanish speaker, a full, whatever Cantonese speaker, it would come to me through my medium. So yeah, it comes to me more through feelings, and then I interpret it through the language that I speak.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I can, but a lot of times I can tell the cultures. I can tell, okay, they would have been a Spanish speaker, not because I'm hearing them in Spanish. I can just kind of pick up that information or whatever the language is. Sometimes they'll tell me they spoke 3 languages or whatever the case is. So yeah, but it just kind of comes through my filter or whoever the medium is.
So when they pass on, do they get together with everybody they've known who has passed on? Like, does she know that my biological father passed on too?
Yeah, so when I get asked those questions, my short answer is always I don't know.
Oh,
But what I'll give you is based on what I've experienced connecting with spirit is I believe yes. I believe that it's kind of like we get all the answers to the test once we get over there. Once we ascend back into spirit, we kind of get to know a lot, if not everything. So she's still seeing what's going on, and it's like I also believe, once again, I don't know for sure because I'm not, I didn't create the heavens and earth, but I believe based on what I've experienced that we can be in more than one place. Our essence is everywhere, especially when we've been in contact with someone, we're connected with people through family or just relationships. That essence is everywhere. Everywhere that we've been, that's where we can be when we're in spirit. So that's what I truly believe. Once again, based on my interactions with spirit.
oh, okay.
Right? I never tell people this is what it is, the ascended masters, and then they come down and
Right.
nobody knows. And 777 means this specifically. It's so
Yeah.
subjective. So, but that's my opinion on it.
Oh, okay.
So I
Yeah.
would say yes. So I would say, in my opinion, yes.
And do they come to you through a dream? Because my mom did come to me through a dream, but she had a total full-on conversation with me about where she's at, what happened when she passed over. Was that her?
I believe it was her. Yeah, she's confirming that. Like me, I don't do much through dreams, but other people like yourself are going to be a little bit more sensitive in dream state. So I do believe that you're communicating more in your dream state.
Oh, okay. All
All
right.
right. All right,
This
my
is
dear.
great.
All
Thank
right.
you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
I want to book a reading with you, private reading with you. I'll do that through
Perfect.
online.
Whenever you're
Okay.
ready.
All right. Thank you so much,
Bye, my
Stopher.
dear. Have a great night.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. So let's go over here. We'll do some quick. Mimi, thank you for the question. Thank you for being here. Would a move to, I believe this is New Mexico, be a good decision? Actually, I get a quick yes on that. Wait a little bit is kind of what I'm getting because they're almost showing me like it'll be a good decision, but it can actually be better if the timing is right. So I almost feel like you're waiting on something to come through. And it's like a thing like that's going to show itself, like the perfect job if you're looking for a job over there, or a friend saying, "Hey, I've got to play." It's just like it's going to fall into place. I think the universe is actually going to be pushing you that way. I feel like it's actually Santa Fe. If you're thinking about Albuquerque, I feel like Santa Fe is going to actually call you. It's going to be like, um, putting the spotlight on Santa Fe, or there's going to be some kind of pull that happens. So, good luck. I do feel like there's some opportunities that are going to show itself to you next year for this. Okay, 2024. All right, Zach Ballas, will the Vikings win on Sunday? That's a yes, and that's not just me being a homer. I really do believe that there's a lot of energy and a lot of things going in their favor. So there's going to be a good chance for the first home win of the season. Oh, we turned into a Minnesota Vikings show tonight. All right. Patricia, hat or no hat? Hat today. All right, Jackie Messenger. My job has become toxic and I want out. I'm doing the job of 3 people and being paid for 1. That sucks. I have applied for other places but not chosen. Any insights on me landing another job? When and where? Immediately, your energies are giving me this feeling of, would you understand? Are you in some kind of like operational? I don't think it's like, sorry, my chair is like not moving. I don't think it's like admin, but I feel like there's like an operational aspect where you're, either scheduling or you're handling like 4 different things. It could be HR, but it just feels like there's something where you're handling a lot of different things. I don't feel like this is something that you can sustain. It really feels like it wears out on several levels. One, to the point where you're not really able to do your primary job as well as you normally do, or that you want to. And I think it actually becomes to a point where people are noticing, where you're noticing, people around you are noticing, and it becomes kind of an issue. So you definitely want to protect yourself from it getting to that point. Also, I feel like just with you, you're going to be at the end of your rope with it. So, I feel like there is a change, or at least a very good possibility for a change next year. It feels to me like still it's don't be surprised if in like early spring, we're talking February, March of next year, 2024, if there's an opportunity that's shown to you, whether you take it or not is your thing. So I don't know that if you're going to take it, but I do believe there's an opportunity that's kind of already in the works. That's going to be shown to you. It's you doing the same thing, but I feel like the environment is very, very different. So it's like if you do HR for a record company versus now you're doing HR for a hospital, just example. So I think the environment's different, but I feel like you're doing very, very similar, adding your skills to a similar type of job. So that opportunity should be coming up early spring of next year. It feels to me like it's a good fit. So I almost feel like you'd be inclined to take it if the money's right. All right, moving along. Once again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, all the moderators doing your thing, putting up links. Much love. If you have not subscribed yet, please do that. It's free. It's painless as well, from what I understand. And then hit the like button. All right, Pixie Dust. Will I be going to NC for Christmas? Mm-hmm. I get a yeah. So that's a yeah. That's a yes. Sorry. The reason I was like kind of like spinning on that, there's a new relationship. Okay, so this I don't know that this is romantic, but I feel like it's almost like going to North Carolina and you're meeting someone for the first time, or you're meeting someone you haven't seen for a long time. Once again, I don't know if this is romantic or if this is family or new family. Somebody got married and they're bringing somebody in, but I feel like there's actually quite an important relationship where you'll be meeting somebody for the first time or reconnecting with someone that you haven't been connected with for a while. So it feels to me like a good trip. It's going to be a little pricier than you expected. So, plan for that. But otherwise, yeah, I think there's a lot of potential around it. And I think mainly the universe is wanting this to happen because of a meeting with somebody is what they're showing me. All right. Book Bewitched, thank you for being here. You finally got alive. Sweet. LR72, got your question. Ship Clark, got your question. Let's go back to them. If anybody wants to come on for Mediumship, the link is pinned to the top. So you just scroll to the top of the comments. The StreamYard link is on there. You'll come on and you get to see me and we'll talk. I got this neighbor. I think I've talked to about him. He's like one door down and then right across the thing there. I think it's a boy. It's like a very young child, and I think they're playing video games every night, like all day, basically. And they, the screams and the sounds that they make is just wild to me. Like when I first moved in and heard it, I thought that they were being beaten, and I was about to call CPS. But now I think I've determined that they're just having more fun than me. So anyway, but it's just bonkers. The sounds, the screams, the feral screams. What's this? Zach, okay. You're asking about Vikings and you're asking, will my wife have a girl? Yeah. It really feels like a lot of female energy. You already have girls? If not, I feel like if you have more children, they're going to be girl. You're a girl dad is kind of what I'm getting. So, yeah, I feel like it's a girl. Let me know how that turns out. Screaming again. All right, Be Free. Thank you for being here. When my family and I spend Christmas together this year, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Are you in a cold weather state? I know in most places, the United States and Canada, it's cold during this time, that time of year. But I feel like what they're showing me is like kind of an extra cold place. So I do see a very, very good potential for this to happen. And I actually see people coming in from different, it's almost like somebody's coming in from here and somebody's coming in from here. So it's not just you going to a place or somebody coming to you. I feel like it's several people kind of coming together. So, and there might even be people that you think probably aren't going to be there that are able to make a way. There just seems to be a lot of chemistry happening with this family and Christmas. So yeah, I think it's going to be a big to-do. Thank you for the question. Let's do this. What are my guides trying to make me aware of? I like those emojis too. All right, I'm just going to hop in the comments and see what everybody's saying. Be Free, yes, Maine. That is very cold. Yeah, it felt like colder than, say, like Tennessee, which is like some semi-mild. And it definitely didn't feel like California. Anya Hampton, thank you for being here. Patty D, I've got your question. Hopefully I can get to it. How to do a live. Jackie, if you want to go live, there's a pinned comment in the comments. Just scroll to the top and you should see it. It'll be a StreamYard link. And then you can come on, I'll bring you on the live and we'll do it. Okay, back to you. Okay. I got to say, I'm not a doctor, of course, and so I'm not doing any kind of diagnosis or giving medical advice or health advice. But your guides are making me aware of something that you're putting off that is, it feels like either like a screening or like, could be like something like blood work. And I almost feel like there's a bit of either a fear or just kind of sticking your head in the sand kind of thing about this. So they're saying do it sooner than later, please. And even if it's just for peace of mind, that doesn't mean that it's like you're going to find something. They're just acknowledging that there's something you've been either putting off or avoiding that has to do with like something you're feeling health wise. So they want you just to kind of be a little bit more vigilant about what you're feeling there, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, whatever it is. They also want to, who's the boy? Okay. They're bringing me to a younger male. So if this would be a son or feels like this would be a son, grandson. We're kind of in that relationship here. I feel like this is a very positive thing they're bringing through. They're showing me like taking steps up. So if they were kind of either like down on their luck or dealing with something, I feel like they actually have a lot of really good things coming up for them, and are on the right path up. It feels like a really kind of steep trajectory on the way up. So it's just if so you're worried about somebody, once again, younger male. I feel like this is son, grandson. It could be son-in-law. This is somebody you almost feel responsibility to. They're just acknowledging them either getting better or doing better and having opportunities for improvement. How's everybody doing? You guys watch any shows recently? I've been watching a lot of, thank you for asking. I've been watching a lot of, I call it trash TV, like reality TV. The Kardashians are back on, and I love them. They're so funny, and just takes me away from reality for a little bit. I've also been watching, once again, garbage TV. Oh, what's it called? Love is Blind. Anyway, I think that, and then whatever RuPaul's, I think RuPaul UK is on. So Big Brother. I haven't watched that for many seasons. How is it this season? What's the best movie in Prime? Patricia, would you you got to say the movie, Patricia. What would you watch? All right. Char SDC, thank you for the question. I hope that helps you. Mm-hmm. All right, Brenda, I haven't read your question all the way, but I put a star on it, so I'll try to get to it. Myrit, how will court with my ex turn out Monday? Frustrating. I know I've turned into the bad news psychic again. I feel like what they're showing me is a bit of a U-turn. So don't be surprised if like something has changed or we don't get the answer we want and we got to wait. It's just like almost like a little bit of, they just give me immediately like a frustration. So I don't know that you're actually going to get an answer or a resolution. Once again, I'm not an attorney, so this is not legal advice, but you might have to be a little patient because I feel like they're showing me like a wrench thrown in things. So it's just like you have to wait longer or there's some kind of procedure. Feels kind of whack. So be patient. You'll get there. I do feel like you'll eventually get that resolution, but and I do feel like it's going to feel favorable or it's going to feel fair is what I'm getting. But I don't think it's Monday. They're going to pull some kind of like bamboozling. And I know I'm going pretty quick here, but if I have answered your question, feedback's great. Thank you for the feedback. Let me see. All right. Whoever was asking for the link, I think it was Jackie Messenger. I just put the link in. Excuse me. So if anybody wants to come on, the link is in there. I had to look it up. Modern Indian love story. I'll have to check that out, Patricia, if it's good. And if you say it's good, I trust you. All right, Anya Hampton. Hopefully you're still here. If not, hopefully you watch this on the replay. Good morning. Any chance you could look into the arrival of my new grandson? He will be with us on January 24 or earlier. I think it's earlier. Would this be the second child for the mother? If you can understand that, Anya, I'm getting like a second child. I don't know if this would be a. I'm getting December, so because what they're showing me, I'm a December baby too. So, but I almost feel like they're showing me like quite a bit earlier. We're still in December, so don't worry. But yeah, so it's like if the date is like January 13th, I feel like we might even be like 2 weeks early. So I think you're gonna have a little bit of an earlier arrival, but I'm also not being made aware of any kind of issues or complications or. They're showing me a lot of hair. I feel like this child's gonna have a lot of hair when they come out. Just like my daughter, she had an amazing amount of hair when she came out. Ring of Time on Amazon. I'll check that out too. Season 2. See, I like to watch things when there's already like 3 or 4 seasons. That way I can binge and I don't have to wait for a show to come out. Will be a redhead. Yeah, I'm actually I'm a ginger. I'm a ginger. My mom has fiery red hair. All right, Jackie. Let's bring on Jackie. Jackie, hey, what's
Hi.
up? How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. Me too. Thank you for asking. All right. How can I help you tonight?
I was looking to see if my padre had a message. And that's what I called him because he wasn't my real dad. He was my stepdad.
Okay.
And that's how he would know.
All right. Don't tell me too much.
Okay.
When we talk about the last years of his time here on Earth, I almost feel like, would you understand that there was either what I'm getting is a sense of either some kind of like mystery or not knowing what was going on with him, or it's almost like we didn't quite know or he didn't quite voice what was going on. Do you understand that with him?
Yeah. Like we call it the last 40 days. He was in and out. He fell and broke his hip, and that's what started it. And then he was in and out of the hospital. And it was like one day he was better and we were looking at coming home or going to rehab. And the next day his kidneys failed, and then he'd get better and then something else would happen.
Okay. I have to acknowledge we're going to back up a little bit before the 40 days. I feel like what he's acknowledging, and when I say like he wasn't quite telling you what was going on, I feel like there were some things going on with him that he wasn't quite. And I almost feel like he's showing me that he was asked many times. And it's almost like he kind of kept it to himself.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes. He very private, very, I sort of like joke and call him John Wayne because he was like the tough guy and he could handle everything and didn't tell anybody anything.
Exactly. So he's stepping forward, or this gentleman I have here, I'm assuming that it's your padre. He's stepping forward, acknowledging that, and it's almost like taking responsibility for, hey, I wasn't quite fully honest about what was going on. I knew some things were wrong, but I was, trying to be tough, trying to be strong.
Yeah.
Just kind of the way I was. So he's acknowledging and taking responsibility for that. Do you understand celebrating or observing something coming up in the month of January for him?
His birthday is January 17th.
Okay, so he wants to acknowledge that you guys will be celebrating him once again in January as well. So he's just acknowledging his birthday, basically.
Yeah.
Was he's showing me like sports. Was he into sports, or I almost feel like, did he golf?
Yes. I still have his golf clubs in the garage.
Okay, because he was showing me sports, and then he kind of took me to like, I actually preferred to be out on the green, or I preferred to be, it was basically what he showed me, it was something that he could participate in.
Yeah.
Because, as we get older, we can't play football really.
Right.
So he just really enjoyed being out on the green, fairway, whatever it's called, the course.
Yes. Yep.
And so he's showing me, and a lot of times Spirit will come through showing me the thing that they love to do, whether it was like flying or whatever. And this is kind of their heaven.
Yeah.
So just know that he's on the course. He's playing golf. He's, not in any pain is what he's giving me. Do you know if somebody got is this a tattoo? Okay, he's bringing me to the wrist. And I feel like it's something that doesn't leave the wrist. So this would be like a tattoo. This would be like a watch, but I feel like it's either his or a reminder of him or something for him.
Not that I'm aware of. I kind of been thinking about getting one, and I don't have any yet. But I was like, well, he wasn't a fan of tattoos, so that really wouldn't be good for him to remember him. He wouldn't appreciate that.
Yeah.
My daughter's covered in tattoos, though.
Okay. I feel like he's showing me a male. Does he have a son?
He does not, no.
Okay.
I have a son and then a son-in-law, but
okay. I have to recognize something on the wrist. It's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a tattoo. It feels to me like it's not taken off.
okay.
Does anybody have a bracelet or a watch of his? Do you know?
No.
Okay. I'm going to leave that with you, but
Okay.
he keeps bringing me to it. So,
Okay.
like I say, it could be a tattoo. It could be a birthmark for all I know. I just feel like it's on the lower arm or wrist or hand.
Okay.
Okay. And I feel like it has to do with him, like a reminder of him. Did he have anything? Did he have any kind of marking on his lower arm? Or hand?
No.
Scar,
No.
tattoo, nothing? Okay. It might come to you later.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty certain about what I'm feeling here. So
Yeah.
I think it's either gonna come up or you'll know. Okay, so he wants to acknowledge. I feel like this may have happened. He passed a long time ago, or no? Not that long ago.
2 years.
Okay. Are you doing something new with your education?
I'm taking a course for the HR degree, but I haven't really had the time to study because of doing all the multiple jobs at work. It's kind of been put on the back burner, but
Okay. He wants to acknowledge, it's almost like he's showing me like a change in the education or something that you're pursuing. So he wants to acknowledge that. And it's almost like this feeling of what I originally thought it was is almost like, sometimes, especially when we're younger, we're going to college and then we change degrees, even though we tell our parents we're going to be this. It's like this thing, like, it's okay. It's okay. It's going to work itself out. So whether it's changing degrees when you're 20 and in college, or when you're, older and you don't have enough time or whatever happens, he's saying it's okay. You'll get there.
Okay.
Okay. But with that, there's a lot of pride about you kind of continuing and bettering yourself. So he's acknowledging that you're doing that.
Good.
But he's also saying, don't beat yourself up for not being able to do it all at once. Is there a B? He's showing me a boy again. Is there a B, like your grandson, start with a B, the name?
No.
Okay. And he's putting a basketball in their hand. Does anybody play basketball?
No.
Okay. Watch out for the basketball player. I feel like he's showing me somebody that, do you have young grandchildren?
Yes. 2.
Okay. I feel like he's showing me one that's going to be playing basketball. He's like,
Okay.
they've got it.
Okay. Is he aware that we have a second grandbaby?
What's the second grandbaby's name? I feel like he
Oliver.
is. Of course he is.
Oliver.
In the middle. Will this be a June or July baby?
July.
Okay, because he's showing me right in the middle. So yeah, he's aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loves, and I feel like he's just a lot of pride from this person coming through. So he's proud of what everybody's doing. He's just like really cool with it. I don't know if he was that way when he was here, just like really cool, but I get that, like, it's all good, whatever you're doing. If you're happy, you're good with it.
Grandpa was like the rock, you know.
Yeah. And I feel like he is acknowledging, not only is he good with people being happy, but I feel like he's acknowledging that everybody is doing quite well.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's with you.
Is he? Can I ask you? Is he the one? I had all new smoke alarms put in my house. They're all hardwired, so no battery or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And when one goes off, they all go off.
Yeah.
But I have this thing at like 3:00 in the morning. The one right outside my bedroom door will go off, and it like talks to you, fire, get out, you know, kind of thing. But none of the other ones go off. And I had an electrician come over and check it, and they're like, the wiring is good, the unit's good. There's no reason for it to be doing that. And it's not all the time. It's just random.
Yeah. I don't feel like he's stepping forward, taking direct credit for it. Do you have a second level as well in your home?
Yeah.
Okay. Is one of these outside of, like, I feel like I'm on the top of the stairs. And then okay.
That's
so
exactly where it's at.
Okay. I feel like it starts there, and kind of what I'm being shown is it's kind of a collection of energy. This is an energy thing happening. So it's a little bit spiritual energy, a little bit of just like, I don't know what, but I feel like it's an energy thing that's kind of interfering with the electronic energy.
Okay.
So it's a little bit, yes, because I do feel like you've got a lot of, it feels mostly good, like good energy in your house. It's nothing bad. It's
okay,
just,
good.
it's just energy. Like we all have it. So it's just an energetic thing that's kind of interfering. So indirectly, yeah, it could be, loved ones, but I don't feel like it's just your father.
Yeah, I'm cussing them out at 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, this is not funny.
Yeah, I feel like he's like almost saying like it wasn't me. Like it was just a collection. It was like all of us is basically.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to know that they're all around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And just one more quick question, and I'll let you go. Does he know, like at the very end, like the last week, he was kind of in and out of consciousness, and like I lived at the hospital with him, but does he know I was there?
So here's the thing. Yes. So he knows you were there in the moment. I feel like what he's showing me was his cognitive ability wasn't great. And I almost feel like he was having images of this was like a nurse. It's almost like he's showing me he was in a dream a bit. So I feel like he's saying like, I kind of thought, not really knowing what was going on, because he was out of it is kind of what he's showing me. But it's almost like in his dream state, he thought of it like as a nurse, like somebody, or even an angel is kind of what he's like. I just knew that I was being taken care of is what he's giving me.
Okay.
That's why he was connected with either like nurse or angel, because somebody that would take, obviously you would too, but he is acknowledging that cognitively he wasn't quite firing on all the cylinders. So he knows that now, though. And like I said earlier, it's like, I do believe when we pass, we get all the answers to the test.
Right.
So we kind of see things from a much wider view. So yeah, he knows all the love, and he is also acknowledging he felt a lot of love as well.
Yeah.
Was he He's talking about the bed. Was he in a hospital situation or was this his own bed?
No, hospital.
Okay. Why is he showing me like he's talking about his own bed being important in this?
He wanted to come home to pass at home, and he had oxygen problems. And the hospice people told me he will die in the ambulance. There's no way that we can get
Yeah.
him home.
Okay. So he wants to acknowledge that as well and highlight that that was a thing. But also, what I'm getting is it was fine. Like, so if there's any guilt about he wasn't able to pass in his own bed, there was something he was telling me about that. So I just have to pass that on.
Yeah.
So he's good with everything. It all happened the way it was supposed to happen, is what's happening.
Yep. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear.
All right. Good night.
Bye bye. All right. Let's bring on Aaron. Hey, you're on.
Hey.
Are you nervous? I
Wow.
can feel it.
Yeah.
You are. It's okay. I am too.
I
All
didn't
right,
think I'd get on with you.
Yeah, we'll
It's
do it.
late.
How can I help you?
So my dad passed September 4th of this year.
Okay. Yeah, don't tell me too much. So let's see if we can connect with him. Okay. Was your dad like? So immediately, what comes through is jolly. Was your dad like a jolly kind of man? I almost feel like he's showing me like Santa Claus in a way. Is kind of what the kind of energy that I'm getting. Do you understand that for dad?
Yeah. So actually, yeah. And my father-in-law also passed. It's been a rough year.
Okay. I'm sorry for your loss.
So, so it might be either one.
Okay.
My
Yeah,
father-in-law,
let's
my
see.
father.
Well, whoever's coming through is quite talkative, so we've got a lot
Great.
to talk about. So immediately I get jolly. I feel like we would have somebody that would light up a room and would just
Yeah.
things that seem to bother them is what he's showing me. There was never a problem too big for them.
Yeah.
And I also feel like this is a person that you could put your problems on and know that you're in a safe place. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And that it was going to be okay. Do you understand the heart event that happened?
Yes.
Okay. So he's giving me a heart event. He wants you to know that he did not feel alone when he passed.
Okay.
Okay. Was there a dog present?
No.
He wants to acknowledge a dog with him. So I don't know if this is in spirit, but I feel like this is a pal. This is, was he connected? Was your dad connected to any animals?
My dad helped take care of a lot of animals with
Okay.
my mother. Yep.
Okay. He showed me one in particular. I feel like it's a larger white dog. And I feel like this is a friend is what he's showing me.
Yeah.
So just know that they're together. I didn't know if this was like at the end of his time when the heart event happened, if he's showing me there was a dog, but he's showing me like together with the dog.
So yeah, so I'm mixing, like, I don't know which one you're with right now, but my dad would be the animal, and then my father-in-law would be the jolly guy. who had the
Okay.
heart. Yeah.
Okay, got it, got it. So I may have both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay. I think I'm with biological father here.
Okay.
Acknowledging, like I said, I think I've got both of them here, but
I think so too.
I'm trying to get them.
Yeah.
We're dancing.
Yeah.
But I think this is coming from biological father, acknowledging some of the things that caused their passing. They're taking some responsibility for behaviors they did when they were younger. So this would be like either smoking, drinking, um, something like that. Whatever it is, I feel like they're taking responsibility for, hey, this kind of led me down a path. I don't feel
Okay.
like they did it towards the end of their life. I feel like it was
No.
something that was when they were younger. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
this be
For
for
my
biological
father-in-law.
father-in-law?
That's
Okay.
my father. Yeah.
Okay, so this father-in-law over here. Did you have some tough teenage years with your dad when you were a teenager?
Um, Not unusually.
Okay. He wants to acknowledge like a rough patch or some kind of disagreement, but I feel like we're going back in time a little bit. And he just wants to acknowledge like letting that go. So I don't know if it's something that maybe is stuck in the back of one of your minds, but he's acknowledging like, it was part of the process. It's almost like
Yeah,
a growing
typical
pain.
teenager kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just wants to acknowledge that. I feel like there was like maybe like 1 or 2 years that where we weren't quite on the same page, or there was one specific issue. It might have been like a boyfriend that he didn't agree with. I don't know. But
Okay.
but I feel like he's just showing me something that you guys didn't quite line up on. So he's just like showing me a release of that as well. Okay. With biological father, was there a will in place or a trust?
Um, yeah, we're working on like updating it now.
Okay, because I feel like what he's showing me is there might be he's showing me some ebbs and flows with this. So he's almost showing me there might have either been a surprise, or when I say surprise, it's not like something horrible happening. I just feel like it's like
Mm.
saying be flexible, because I feel like,
Yeah.
whoever you're dealing with, it's just like there might be some ebbs and flows to it. So he's present in this process as well. He's sending a lot of energy to the family just to kind of get through it because he knows it's hard.
Yeah.
And there might be some little bumps, is kind of what he's showing me. So he's like, if you're flexible and just patient, he said it'll be fine. But it's almost like he's showing me that it's a hard process for you to go through.
Yeah.
Does
It's
that make sense?
yeah, my brothers and I are helping my mother through
Okay,
it.
got it. He's showing me his final resting, but was he buried or cremated?
Buried.
Okay. He's showing me a really beautiful place. And I feel like he's showing me a hill, and he's showing me like, I feel like he's also showing me water. Do you know if there's water around? Or if this was maybe a place that he really enjoyed? Because he's showing me this really beautiful place, and I feel like it's quite hilly. And I feel like there's some kind of body of water, a pond or a lake, or even a
There's a
river.
pond. There's a pond nearby in
Okay.
town that he grew up in,
Okay.
but it's flat. But yeah.
He's acknowledging that wherever he was laid to rest, this is beautiful, and this is like where he wanted to be. Do you understand that?
Yeah, he and my mother picked the spot under a tree.
Okay. He's showing me a really beautiful place. I might be just getting my own symbolism, but
That's
he's
okay.
just
It is
know that
beautiful.
he's super happy with, and I feel like the family is happy knowing that he's there.
Yeah.
Okay. And also just know that he's everywhere. I mean, now he's free. He's everywhere. Did you have any questions for him or for your father-in-law?
For my dad, you know, he was basically alive but unable to speak for the past year until until the end, which was September, early September. Brain cancer. So like I felt like he knew what was going on pretty much the whole time. Until the end. So I didn't know if he had any messages about his knowing he was home
Hmm.
on hospice.
Yeah, he wants to acknowledge. Well, for one thing, he wants to acknowledge how tough that was for you and the family, and also specifically decisions that were made on his behalf. He wants to thank you for those because he knows those were not easy. And he also acknowledges a lot of sacrifice. I feel like what he's showing me is like taking time away from things that they either love to do. This would be like family members. This would be jobs. He's acknowledging that people made sacrifices to care for him and to make him more comfortable. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So he wants to thank you for that. And also your other family members. I feel like what he's showing me was he was ready.
Oh yeah, at the end for sure.
He was ready, and I almost feel like he was fighting for everyone else.
Yeah.
So he did fight, but I feel like if it was up to him, he was ready to go, but he was fighting to be here with everyone.
Yeah. I didn't know if he has found my grandmother also, and if he's with my father-in-law and they're hanging out together.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of male energy around him. Was he when he was here in the physical, was he kind of enjoyed being around other male energy, like other males? Because I feel like he's showing me like just really being comfortable in kind of a boys club.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also with them, because they're showing me like, this is figurative, obviously, but they're showing me like almost like doing a cheers with beer. But I feel like one has a non-alcoholic beer and one would have the full service beer. Do you understand
My
that? Was one a non-drinker or a recovering alcoholic?
my dad never drank really,
Okay.
and he was a veteran. And my grandfather and his brother were, in the different wars. My grandfather's
Okay.
passed, my grandmother's passed.
Okay. Just know, and I'm sure he's with the ladies as well, but he's showing me like being really connected to there's just a lot of male energy here because I'm
My
on this side with
grandfather.
the male. And then he's also acknowledging not drinking as well. So he's like, yeah,
Oh
we're
yeah.
cheersing, but I know one
Yeah,
of
he
them has
never
a
drank.
non-alcoholic. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Never drank, never smoked, which is
Good for him.
crazy that he got brain cancer because he was, 72 working at the DPW,
You know,
filling potholes until the day he found out. So
do you have children?
yes.
Oh, there's another. Okay. He's showing me a baby. So do you know in the family, and I feel like this would be with his children. Do you know if there was a child that was either didn't make it to term or was miscarried?
For my father-in-law, my sister-in-law was pregnant when my father-in-law passed, and she has a healthy baby boy.
Okay, this is something else. So when they're showing me having the baby with them, because if he was acknowledging that child, it wouldn't be with him. So this would be a child with him. So this is a child that was either terminated, miscarried, or didn't make it, or passed shortly after birth. So I'll just leave that with you. But he's acknowledging in the family.
Oh, my mother had a miscarriage, their first baby.
Okay, just know that when there's, even if it happens early on, that soul is connected to your family.
Mm-hmm.
So that soul is reconnected with him now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his first probably would have been first child. Yeah.
Okay, so that would be his child. Yeah, I was gonna say it has to be close to him, either like a child or grandchild.
I know my
isn't
mom
gonna be
had
like a cousin's baby. This is
no. My mom, I think their first child they miscarried.
okay. So yeah, just know that they're also connected as well.
Thank you.
All right, my dear.
Thank
I hope
you.
this has been a little helpful, and I know it's tough. It's so recent, but I hope it's been a little healing for you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
All
it.
right. Good night, Aaron. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
All right, let's do a couple questions. And then, because I don't feel too hungry right now, so we'll get through it. Bum, bum, bum. Dreaming big. I like your hair. We are wanting to travel. We are wanting a travel camper. Let's do this. Let's start. What is happening? Let me fix this cam situation. That's the wrong. Hold on, let me fix this. It wouldn't be Thursday Night Live without technical difficulties. Hey guys. All right. We want a travel camper next year. Would it be best to get a new truck to pull it? Yeah. So I just feel like what they're showing me, dreaming big, is whatever you have now either isn't quite equipped to pull it, or it's almost like I feel like it could, but it's like it just wouldn't be the best thing. Like it would put a lot of wear. So I don't know if you have an older truck or if you have something that's not quite strong enough. I don't know. I don't know cars that well, horsepower, whatever it comes down to. I just feel like what they're showing me is whether it's a brand new vehicle or just a different vehicle. Yes, the answer is yes. So I think that, and I think you'll just be much happier with the situation and more comfortable with the situation if you have a different vehicle to pull the travel camper. All right, water. How's everybody doing? Thank you all for sticking around. Let me go ahead and just fire these off. When will my ex-husband get a job? Wow. I can tell you this is the energy I'm getting here is I feel like he's had some opportunities and he's either put them off because it's almost like maybe for not the best reasons. It's either like, oh, it doesn't like, yeah, that'd be good to have the job and I could pay support and pay my bills, but it's not really the perfect job. So I think he's being a little bit selfish with this situation. I feel like we're after the holidays, so we're in first of the year. I almost feel like the energy I'm getting as I connect with both of you is he's kind of already made up his mind a little bit, and I don't think it's because he can't get a job. All right, I think it's a little it's a little more on the it's his choice. All right. Thank you. That's not the one I meant to put up, but it kind of skipped on me. But thank you. Any thoughts on good places for me to apply for my next job? Like me, I don't feel that working from home is a good situation from you. So I will say, because I'm the type of person I can't work from home. I have to be in an office or in a an atmosphere like that. I don't think it's the right thing for you to have a work from home. So I think if those situations come up, of course, do what's best for you. But I feel like that's not going to be the best situation. I do also sense that you are going to work best in a place that is pretty active with either like other employees or working on a team, that type of thing. I do feel like it's not like medical field necessarily, but I'm almost getting like medical or healthcare or even health and wellness adjacent kind of thing. So gyms, health and wellness studios, and it could even be a tattoo parlor. That kind of falls into that kind of energy for me. So I do think these types of things, and like I say, something that's got other people you'll be working around, like a team atmosphere, I think is going to be really, really good for you. And I feel like there's opportunities very, very close to where you live. So I'm not sure if you live like in a city environment where there's shops or businesses around. So that's kind of what I'm getting. Good luck. Hi, Sharon Sipe. Thank you for being here. And yes, happy birthday to everyone. So what do we got? Libras going on? My ex-wife is a Libra, and that was challenging. Husband and grandson. So that's a yes. They are together. Deb D. They're I feel like the energies I have now are they're connecting them. So not just being together, but there's also, was there a same name or like almost like a date shared? They're giving me something shared. So if you can understand that, I feel like the folks that I've got two energies coming through. Hopefully it's husband and your grandson, but I'm getting like we shared something, like we shared a date that was very, very close together. So like a birthday or even passing, or like a name, middle name. But yes, they're together. I believe I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, good job, or good, good job, me. Yeah, just kidding. Glad to hear it, 10. Deputy, so you understand the something shared between them? Oh, this is fun. Hey, Elle. Is it Elle or Ellie? What energy do you see around my friendship with Michael? I'm trying to stay in friend zone. Okay. I feel like this is challenging. Elle, I feel like, yeah, you're telling me you want to stay in the friend zone or you're trying to stay in the friend zone, but I feel like there's a magnet, and you know how you put two magnets together and they click together, and then sometimes you flip them over and then they pull apart or push apart. I feel like your magnets are more like pulling together. So as much as you're trying, I think it's going to be hard. Once again, you have free will, so you and Mr. Michael get to do as you please, but just know that there's energy like either pushing or pulling you together. So it's going to be hard to stay in the friend zone. But if that's what your brain and your heart is telling you is the right thing, then I think you'll just have to kind of fortify those boundaries. But if it were to happen, I like Michael. I like Michael's energy. I don't think it'd be a bad thing. You definitely have a lot of fun. I can tell you that. Sharon Sipe, thank you for putting those courses up there. So just once again, I said it at the beginning of the live, but I just put some courses up. So I've got 2 4-week courses that start in January. I think one is every Tuesday night, one is every Wednesday night for 4 weeks. Beginner, and then also an advanced intermediate for folks that are just kind of want to take it to the next level with their psychic mediumship. And then in November on the 1st, I believe what's the one on the 1st? Expanding your evidence. So that is a 3-hour in just one day. It's on a Wednesday evening, 3 hours workshop where we will be rolling up our sleeves and doing the work as far as expanding evidence, getting deeper evidence, more specific, that kind of thing, building our symbol library, that type of thing. And then on the 15th of November is a 3-hour workshop in the evening that is making the connection. So this is a little bit more for folks that are just kind of beginning their journey, or even at the very beginning, kind of dipping their toes in the water and kind of learning, sitting in the power, making that connection and that relationship with spirit, kind of get rid of things that they're afraid of and that type of stuff. All right. Happy belated birthday, Patty D. Thank you, Mirella. Am I saying it right? Probably not. All right, folks. Any other questions? surface. Do I see your daughter meeting someone special? Okay. 3 years. So what's happening with daughter is I feel like there are also some blockades. I don't want to say blockages because I feel like she's putting them up or somebody's putting them up. So there's just some that just tells me that your daughter's got some things going on just in her life that organizationally and just her kind of getting where she needs to be and wants to be that are going to prevent the one. So it's almost like the universe is kind of keeping them apart for a little bit. I think she'll have people and interest in the meantime, but I feel like the one or a really like deep connection is a couple like 2 or 3 years down the road. Okay, because she's got other things that she needs to do right now. Everybody is having a birthday. You do have a future with Chris. It is it's not the smoothest path. I do feel like this is a situation they're showing me some specific experiences that I've had. So I do feel like it's a situation if you guys are able, because I feel like there's some maturing on Chris's part that needs to happen. And so there's a little bit of like serious ebbs and flows happening in the first part. If you guys are able to kind of make it through those, I feel like they're showing me a pretty good payoff as far as being happy and having that person that really gets you and that you're comfortable with. It's just going to be, can you make it through kind of the next year, 2 years, and then it kind of, there's a hurdle is what I'm saying. But yeah, so there's a lot of potential for a future. I'll reiterate, you have free will, so you get to decide if you want to, eject or not, or when you want to do that. All right. So we're down to 38 people here. I think people are starting to get hungry as well. So I'm going to say good night. Thank you all for being here. If you have not yet hit the thumbs up like button, please do on the way out. And if you've not subscribed, I would just really appreciate it. And then what else do I want to tell you? Yeah, if you'd like to have a private reading with me, I mean, what I do here is just a little bit of a taste. When I'm on a private Zoom or a phone call with somebody, the readings are quite different. We get a little more in depth. Of course, we have more time, so we can really kind of pull into those energies, connect with loved ones. And so visit stophercavins.com if you'd like to book a private reading, or we have the e-reading. There's 4 questions, and then I record the reading and send it to your email. What else? And I've got the courses. So if you've ever had any thoughts of exploring your own mediumship abilities, we all have them. Check it out. I've got some really great courses coming up. Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here. Love you, and we'll see you next week. And bye again.